Coach, can you, is this a bit of a turning point in training camp for the team as far as two groups now are concerned?
No, we'll go back to two groups tomorrow. I want special teams. I wanted some guys that aren't playing in the exhibition game tomorrow, to get together on the power play, and also penalty killers get a little bit of familiarity with each other. So that was the only way to do it. But we'll go back to two groups tomorrow, and we'll post the game for Toronto a little later this afternoon. But we'll go back to two even groups.
Do things get ramped up a little bit here in the second week? And you've got, I think, 3 games as well.
Well, I don't know about this week. I think, we're going to still give guys a lot of looks here. I think those last 3 games will be down to real close to what our team is. I mean, we'll put some guys in and out, but I think for the next 3 games at least, we're going to have a pretty big group.
Guys making it hard for you?
Yeah. I think with the exhibition schedule, it always wears itself out, whether it's a young guy, where it's just too many practices, too many games in a row, that starts to show fatigue mentally or physically, or one of the NHL guys that's here just plays so well. Usually they end up sorting themselves out. So there is some guys on the cusp, but we'll see how it goes.
Just ask what you thought of the suspension for everything that went on there.
Well, it's unfortunate. He's a young guy in his first game. I think it's a bit of a reactionary situation, but the league is cutting down on that, and you got to respect that as well. I mean, they're getting rid of cross-checking and certainly, plays like that. So the league is doing what they have to do, and especially with a young guy that's we think going to be in the league for a long time. It's a good learning lesson for him.
Chris Tierney in that spot there. What do you want to see from him?
Well, I think, Chris came back in great shape. He did his part. We want to put him in a few more offensive situations. I mean, he had 48 points a few years ago. We're going to move him all around, and see where guys fit best. But we think we have a ton of penalty killers and guys that can do that role. I think Chris can give us a little more offense this year.
Just last thing for me, how will you use the goalies tomorrow night?
I'll talk to Berkey as to how we're doing that. Gus is going to start, and we'll see how he's going. But we'll see if we can get Sogi in for a couple minutes or not.
First impression of Sanford?
Well, big guy with good hands. He's won a Stanley Cup, brings a presence to our team. Played on a line with Colin White in college that weighs into this. Whitey certainly's had a jump in his step since the trade. That line with Nick Paul today looked like a playoff line. When you see in the playoffs a big group of guys cycling down low. And, it's just the first day of practice. We'll see how they look in games, but they look like a line that could be a handful.
What does adding a Stanley Cup champion mean to them?
Well, they just know, anyone that's been through that knows how hard it is, not only to get in the playoffs, but then to go on and win 16 times against the best teams in the league, night in, night out. There's things you have to do. There's teams that have to come together. And a lot of times, all these teams have talent, but it always comes down to, in the end, how much character, how much work ethic, and how much guys are willing to battle for each other. We think we're well on our way when it comes to a group of guys that want to play for each other. Now we have to prove, as we get older, bigger, and stronger, that we're good enough to do it.